CryptoSlo with more crypto gains. What's going on, guys? Monday, TRX explosion. So we saw a nice candle on TRX today. You know, beautiful. You know, if you've got a decent stack of TRX. Now the counterpoint. It is putting a lot of pressure on all the TRC20 tokens and platforms. Kind of what I've noticed is overall there's been a bearish downtrend on a lot of these TRC20s. It really doesn't matter what it is, anti, this, that. Now, I do know that TronBet is supposed to be coming out, well, we always hear this, with an update on the PvP poker for tomorrow. Now, if this gets announced, you know, we could see a nice jump up on ante. Where do I think it'll go? I'd say initially 30 or above, but I mean, if they actually launch the game, who knows what's possible. So I know a lot of the other platforms are coming out with variants of poker. There's Pokertron with its PvP, and a bunch of others that are just variants, but you know the real deal is TronBet. That's what everyone's waiting for. I think that's what the high rollers are waiting for. But you know, my advice, you know, I'm still holding my ante. I'm definitely not going to sell into the arbitrage on a low on ante. I think it's just starting, you know, considering that we're in basically round 80 of mining, that you know, there's like 20 more million ante to go. So we are getting to the end of that. The ante burn pool looks good, and you know, keep in mind they are zeroing in on 1,000 or 1 million burnt, which, you know, that's 24 million TRX off the books. So that's a great consolidation as TronBet continues. But you know, as far as a lot of these TRC20s, I'm just kind of getting worn out on all these new platforms. GACX will probably be the last divvy platform that I go into for a while. I don't know, it's kind of exhausting, and you know, jumping from platform to platform, you saw what happened to Tron Crushed. I mean, they're just, a lot of these are just junk. I mean, they're copy paste, they're junk. So I just don't recommend getting into a lot of these. I'm getting a lot of you know, requests to do reviews, and honestly, most of the sites are just, you know, unsustainable junk. So, you know, with that being said, like I said, I'll probably cash out my GEX here in the near future. Not yet. We're going on that day 14, and that day 14 is when you know, we start to see people ROI on that platform. But you know, again, the downward pressure, there's just this downward bearish movement on a lot of these TRC20s, you know, Seed, TWX, BTT, just a lot of pressure. So I don't think a lot of those tokens have bottomed out, and I think if Tron continues its upswing, we're going to only see more pressure on those as they're devalued, unless they bring true value to the table, like what TronBet's trying to do with the poker. So you know, the nice thing about TronBet is, you know, a lot of people will talk about other platforms and that the divs are better, but the reality is TronBet's consistent, and they're not just miners on that platform. You know, there's gamblers on that platform, and you know, I think that keeps the consistency to it, you know, even though it may seem like a small amount. As Tron continues to go up in price, you know, it makes it more attractive. Maybe you're not getting as many divs, but your daily total fiat is, you know, is definitely really solid. So we'll continue to watch. We'll see if this pump on TRX holds for tomorrow, or if it was manipulation. But I mean, I think it was long overdue that we had this next leg up. So, and we kind of broke out of the resistance. So I mean, we could go to 4 or 5 cents possibly in the near future. But that's about it. This is CryptoSlo. If you're not talking gains, then we're not talking.